Okay, I gotta get something off of my mind. So the other day I was talking about a brand new leak about how data mining on the Switch 2, in specific with Generation 10, was gonna be harder for people to do, meaning the secrets will be kept longer and some things like the Pokemon stats maybe not even make its way out in the public, or would just take a longer time, or would just be a lot harder to do. And I was talking about the main idea about how, that's low-key, like, kind of concerning news, only because I'm a fiend for the leaks. I mean, bro, you guys call me crazy, you guys call me stupid. When I see a leak, like, I so badly don't want to see it, but like, I so badly do want to see it, if you know what I'm saying. And to be fair, a lot of the leaks produce so much hype for games or movies. A lot of companies, like, purposely put out leaks just so people can hype it up and talk about it, and it's free press, right? Like, let's take Legend ZA for example. Legend ZA had so many things leaked, such as every single Mega Evolution and almost all of the designs as well. Well, maybe actually I think all of them from the base game were leaked. But let me tell you what, those leaks produced so much hype for Legend ZA. Like, I swear, everybody was talking about it. It was trending on Twitter, whatever. It was huge. So, with that being said, it is fun to have leaks. However, it's not fun when leaks go too far to where you're getting the entire story spoiled. Like, dude, whenever there's a new Pokemon game coming out, then like the day prior, you just gotta like stay away from the internet because some people just get it early, sometimes a week or 2 weeks early, like Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, bro, that era was crazy. But yeah, so it seems like Generation 10, the Switch 2 is gonna be harder to data mine, which a lot of the comments were saying like, yo, bro, this is good news. And you know what? I'm not gonna lie, I kind of have changed my thoughts a little bit because the good news is the secrets are gonna stay secrets for a longer amount of time, and some things will never get data mined for real, but there will still be leaks because things get leaked internally all the time. Like, people from inside of Gamefreak are gonna leak things, somehow outsourced companies are gonna, get some of these things, out there by accident, accidentally leaking a picture of, I don't know, like some new action figures or whatever the heck it may be, Funko Pops or some, whatever the story may be. If data mining is harder though, the new mechanics and the new features, the new Pokemon, the starters, will just, in general, like, shock people. Because, bro, I swear, like, every Marvel movie I go into, for example, I swear it always gets leaked. Usually by complete accident, I run into a leak. And it's not cool. And, and then it makes, like, the movie not as fun because I'm like, oh, I already knew this was gonna happen. So with the Pokemon games in specific, it would be fun to not know a lot of things. But now here's what we do know for sure. We know that in February of 2026, we're going to be getting the first look at Generation 10. Now, we already do have a lot of leaks, like where the game is taking place. We have other little leaks about, potentially maybe some starter leaks, which who knows the legitimacy of that. There's also a leak about a very big feature being added to the game that has never been in a Pokemon game, at least like a mainline, new generation Pokemon game. Skip like 20 seconds if you don't want to hear it, because I'm going to talk about it right here right quick. But we may be getting voice acting in Generation 10. I swear that is so sick. I actually made a whole video about it. Like, it's a video before this one, I'm pretty sure. Which, dude, it's crazy. That would be a huge thing to happen. But if we do get less leaks and less data mines and everything like that, Pokemon Presents will feel exciting again, which they always are exciting, because sometimes, bro, Game Freak does keep a lot of thing on the lowdown. Like, ZA, when that got announced, that was crazy. Nobody was expecting that. Everyone was assuming it was going to be a Generation 5 game. And I still remember when they, were showing off Lumio City, the Prism Tower, and then we saw Legends ZA, bro. That was crazy. Literal, like, chills down my arms, my spine, or whatever. So that's the type of stuff we want to see. And that's what I hope to see for the next Pokemon Presents. But it's definitely going to be the reveal of Generation 10. Like, no doubt about it. Gen 10 is coming out next year. The next trailer better reveal something huge. Like, I'm talking something crazy that nobody has any idea about. I hope the starters don't get leaked. As much as I want to see them and, like, I want to know what they are so bad, like, so badly I want to know what the starters are. I hope that they don't get leaked. I hope that we get to see the first reveal of them actually be a first reveal. And I just want to be completely shocked, because if we do get the starter Pokemon leaks, I mean, I'm gonna probably most likely have to look at it, because that's what I do on the channel. I talk about the stuff, I show you guys, I tell you guys, whatever. But trailers with unknown stuff really sparks, like, some real discussions, some real theories, which we had a ton of theories about ZA. And then, of course, a ton of stuff became, leaked, which not a lot of the storyline was leaked for ZA. There were storyline leaks, though. But as far as like the storyline, it was mostly, you know, not revealed, but obviously every single Mega Evolution was revealed. So what the data mining stuff more so specifically means is kind of like the Pokemon stats and stuff. Like somehow people, you know, crack the code, they get to the data, whatever, and they find out, oh, here's the stats for Darkrai, for Heatran, whatever. We knew all that stuff about the DLC for ZA like way before it even came out. So that's more of the stuff that's specifically not going to really get out there as much. I mean, at the end of the day, leaks are not going to disappear. And I know that you guys may be thinking like, why are you making this video again? But the whole point of it is because it is a good thing, but it's also, it's like a bad and good thing. You know what I mean? Most people are going to say it's good. I only say it's bad just because it's like, dude, I swear, the whole community for leaks is so fun. It's so fun to talk about the leaks and talk about like what could happen. The only leaks I do like to see are the stuff that doesn't reveal like storyline. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to see the storyline leaks. I still want to like fully enjoy the game. But when Generation 10 leaks start really rolling out, I honestly don't mind if I see a couple new Pokemon, a couple of the new characters, even the name of a couple new Pokemon. I definitely don't want to see every single Pokemon. Like, I don't want to see the whole Pokedex leaked. I don't want to see every single picture, every screenshot. I don't want to see what happens at the end of the story. I don't want to see, like, the starter Pokemon. Well, actually, technically, I already know the starter Pokemon because we are going to see it in February. Like, they should reveal the starter Pokemon with the first revealed trailer of Generation 10 on Pokemon Day of 2026. So that's going to be super sick to see. Let me know what your theories are about the starter Pokemon. A lot of people, you know, have their theories. I would love to see a snail Pokemon. I mean, shoot, a snail starter would be sick. The place that we're most likely going to see most of these leaks come out are from the insider people, you know, like people in Gamefreak or the Pokemon company, Nintendo, whatever, like, you know, second-hand companies, whatever, marketing stuff. Like, a lot of the marketing leaks things by accident, like, you know, toys, you know, advertisements, trailer companies, you know, that like make the trailers and stuff like that, and just stuff from like the trusted leakers that we have and, you know, get our information from in general. It's gonna be so interesting to see how the current leaks will compare to the actual game, because with Gen 10, believe it or not, if you haven't been following along on the channel for the last couple of months, we have had a lot of Generation 10 leaks. Like, we have some actual footage of the beta version of the game, we have some screenshots, and I won't show any, of course. I can't even do that, like, I'm not even allowed to do that, but it does look promising. Like, what I will say for Generation 10 is that it does look promising. And that's why leaks are fun sometimes, because it's like, the leaks we do have for Generation 10 honestly make it seem pretty fun. Like, I can't even lie, the screenshots are making me feel a little bit more hopeful, because not saying that the ZA graphics were bad, but we all know the ZA graphics could look better. I mean, I'm a fan of ZA. I think ZA was great. Like, no shade, no hate against ZA. Scarlet and Violet, though, the graphics are pretty terrible in that game. But Generation 10 totally is gonna make everything like better. And the reason why people are like so divided on this is because it's like, yo, this is on the Switch 2. It's gonna be a Switch 2 exclusive, which, I mean, it makes sense. They've already had their cycle of the Pokemon games on the Switch 1. You know, better hardware, firmware, whatever, software, all that good stuff. So it's gonna be crazy to see how the future of Pokemon really turns out with the leaks, you know, Generation 11 even, because we do literally have a leak about Gen 11, just basically that they're working on. And that's pretty much all as far as we know about Generation 11 at this point. And that is probably going to release in 2030, although I think everything's going to be delayed by a year, so I could totally see it coming out 2031. But that'll be a Switch 2 game as well, and then Gen 12 will most likely probably be a Switch 3 game, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm sorry to make 2 videos about this. I just think it's a really interesting topic to talk about, like, both sides, like the good and the bad. Also, throughout this video, if you heard screaming or people in the background, there are a bunch of kids right outside of my house screaming and stuff, just going crazy, so hopefully I cut all that stuff out. But, you know, overall, with this news, we're gonna have more actual surprises. We're gonna have some new things when the game drops. I mean, stat leaks and stuff like don't really matter, because it's like, you know, who cares if we know a stat about a Pokemon before the game comes out, you know? It's like, we don't want to see everything about these new Pokemon. We don't want to see everything about the game. We need to let Generation 10 breathe and define itself when it officially comes out, because a lot of leaks change. Although for ZA, not much changed. Like, I'm serious, I think almost every single leak about ZA actually came out to be true, which is, it's pretty funny. But it's going to be fun to speculate. The Gen 10 hype and leak season is right upon us, even though the leak season low-key has already been around. But if you guys are interested in leaks, I give you guys daily videos about Pokemon news, Pokemon leaks, and updates, and just everything about the upcoming games and everything. So if you want to subscribe, feel free to, turn on those post notifications. Let me know if you think that this is good news or bad news, that data mining is going to be a little bit more difficult on the Switch 2, and the reason why it is because it's the Switch 2. The Switch 2, it's just harder to crack, even though somebody's gonna figure it out. That's what I've been saying for months, is that somebody is going to figure out how to crack it, and I think it's inevitably going to happen, although it's a lot harder from what I've heard, because I know nothing about doing that. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. If you're watching this far in the video, comment down below globe, the word globe, to confuse those people that are not watching this far in the video. Anyways, hope you guys have a great day today. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.